What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today I'm jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we are hopping into the Temple Graveyard, and we're going to finish this one up with Brass. So Brass probably has a few more challenges here than most other characters due to her lack of speed, but we can try to cover for that mostly by allowing her to focus on getting enemies into a unified position, that being the center of the map right here. So we want to pack as much damage as we can in the path that's leading up there. And we also want to make sure that enemies are not moving too fast once they get in that area. We're going to set our turret up in a place where it can hit just about everything and not be targeted easily, and we should be able to take care of the rest. Grab that wall building PhD, and I think for the most part this should actually work. I could drop the arrow wall for some Spitfire, and then I don't really need the Dragon Lance. What would be better here, actually there's not too many things that would be better here. Wall space is extremely limited on this map, and I guess that could kind of work. But it's set up for smolder right now, so I don't want to do that. There's really not much that I'd actually like to use here. Summoners, there we go. They won't cost that much. They'll help the hold's aggro, and they should cover for the turret a bit. The same idea as using a Guardian, except you don't have to pay to resummon those. So let's see how we can set this up, and hopefully we can hit that 5-star part 2.
This place could use some improvements.
Alright, so one of the most important things that we're going to have to remember to do here is block this off.
They come right through.
Enemies not being able to come through here is important.
Maybe one over here.
And then we can make sure that they have a very unified position getting over there. Now, that is basically going to remain that way for the remainder of the map. And we're going to block this off. Now, if you really want this boss to be easy, you could probably drop the summoners here for a Spitfire arrow wall. It'll basically murder 2 before when he comes out later on really easily. But I don't need to worry about that too much. We are going to flip the enemies backwards. Keep everybody on fire.
This will be useful. Another genius setup.
And this should cover us for most of the beginning here. Actually, probably want to move that slightly farther back just to make sure that we're not having our barricades beat up on too much.
They've broken through a gate.
Yep. All right. Just gonna try to wail a bit here for some scrap. I think the traps will actually do most of what I need them to here. I missed that pretty badly. Okay, so this didn't get hit, which means I only need 5 hits. It did get hit once, okay. Either that or I can't count. Not sure which one actually happened there. Alright, so this wave should actually be a little bit easier now that I have things sort of set up with the turret. It'll do a bit more damage, which means things have a much lower chance of actually getting anywhere significant. You are not 100% safe with keeping anything from actually pathing out here.
Our barricades are under attack.
But what you can do, that's some interesting graphical issues. Alright, but basically what I want to do is come over here and start spamming a bit of damage around here. Gonna drop one of these guys over here. Block this off.
Exactly. This will be useful.
So now we have a single line for them to come through there.
Get to it and destroy it.
The traps that we left back there should be good at taking care of that for now. I went the wrong way. Okay. Lovely. And the turret is doing a wonderful job of making sure that they hate their life.
The army is attacking on another front.
Okay.
Each trap to be placed perfectly. Maybe one over here.
I gotta place one of those.
Cannonball!
So this is not exactly what I want to do here. We actually want to block off
While I shoot ya.
the center area
Another
here.
genius setup.
And with that done, everybody's going to go down this path here. So I can set up another one of these.
The right setup for the most combos.
Ooh. Interesting. You're dead. And does anybody make it past turret? Ah, his nice, super long range, colorful shots.
This will make me stronger.
Alright, gonna grab scrap pile. And then we're gonna focus on making sure that everything, even thinking about coming through here, dies really hard.
This will be useful.
A boss is on its way.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's two before. We actually want to make sure that we get over there and we blow him up before he wrecks my barricades. I may have been too slow.
We've defeated the enemy's boss minion.
Oh, looks like I was just in time. Okay. So keeping our turret there may not actually be a bad idea. I don't have actually seem to need the damage anywhere else yet. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Since they seem inclined to go over there, why don't we help them out a bit?
Here's a good spot.
Mines help when enemies clump up, just because it's more spammable AoE damage than pretty much anything else Brass has. I think that's really the unique niche that it has, just that the rest of her AoE damage comes out sort of slow, even though it is powerful. I guess we could do one of these, and a little bit of this. I don't really want to slow them there. I guess it wouldn't be bad though. Can I move this? Yes.
Right there.
Okay, and then one of
Maybe
these.
one over here.
Wait, did they blew up my mines? I missed that. Alright. Wasn't fire. Okay. Whoa, I'm actually screwing up there just a bit. So, interesting thing here, and it probably was a good idea that that actually showed up. There's a pathing element back there that they basically have to go through before they try to run into the rift. That is probably a bug. Like, they should probably just head to the rift, seeing as they have proximity to it, and it should trigger rift rush. But that doesn't seem to be happening on this map, and that's something I actually knew about, but didn't intend to take advantage of. Okay, so this is sort of a backup barricade placement. You can drop one more here, and this is safe for everybody that sort of wants to run through there after the fact. Okay, so drop one of these here. We drop another one just outside of there once we have a bit more space. And then we can drop a few of those over there too. I'm gonna have to start worrying about the guys that are gonna be coming through here, because they're not all just gonna die in a few moments. All right. All right, now that that's good. All right, our turret's gone, so we can replace it. Oh, these guys aren't even opened up yet, but...
Our barricades are under attack. They've destroyed our barricades.
All right, and like I mentioned before, boom. So that ruins the setup that we had before with them actually trying to path back up there, but we get to fix that after this wave. There are a few things that I actually want to change in the trap setup back there too. Crap. Did not kill the grenadiers before they threw. And they may actually overrun my guardian. So I'm gonna let that go for now. Head back over here. Nope, they managed to screw up pretty successfully. Alright, so the other one of these is gonna go right in front of here. And
another over here. Wait till they come through here.
then we gotta kill this guy.
The rift will be protected.
Look out! Our defenses have been breached again.
Alright, so now that we got to replace that, we're pretty much safe to do whatever we need to over here.
They've broken
And this is
through
just sort of going to be a mad stream of damage.
An unstable rift is opening. It must be destroyed.
Gotta wait a second or two.
Alright, now let us go and take that rift out. And I think we should be pretty good as far as time and everything else goes now.
An unstable rift is opening. Quick, destroy it.
Thank you for opening that so close to me.
Well
It could have been actually all the way on the other side of the map. Back here behind this area. Okay. I'm pretty much holding on to way too much scrap. I need to get out of that habit. Okay, these guys can afford to get burned again. So let's do something like that.
Maybe one over
And that.
here.
And I think for the most part this is pretty safe now. You have the option of doing a Spitfire wall there, and then you can put another Floor Scorcher or some spikes over here, and you'll get some extra damage on the trolls and heavy things that come out of the center. You always want extra damage on the heavy guys. Alright, got Cannonball coming, so we're pretty much at peak brass damage now. Cannonball coming is pretty much just absolutely amazing. On wave 11 though, we will want to worry about whatever is coming through the top gate, because it's going to have some explosive guys. You can see that these guys really don't hold up well to the combination of floor spikes and brass bombs. It's a pretty good combination. Alright.
The boss minion has entered the battlefield.
Lysander's gonna show up now.
The enemy's boss
And there we go.
Gonna be a big
Spamming brass bombs is definitely my new favorite pastime.
Beware, intruder.
Alright. So like I said,
Our barricades are under attack.
alright, so we stopped one wave, but there's two here. Oh, Didn't get the second one completely, but we got enough of them to not destroy the pathing. So from there, all we need to do is let most of the traps handle what's coming out and deal with everything that's in the center here. Okay. And we're pretty good as far as time goes now. You can hang out in the center here or decide to run over to the left and bag those guys. I recommend staying in the center though, because ogres. So if you toss in enough of your brass bombs, you should be absolutely safe. And then the grenadiers just kind of suicide themselves, which is okay.
That's not ready.
Got far more than enough of that. And I'll grab that. And then we just hang out at the top until the wave is over. Oh, still had bombs there. Nice. That was my last one. Okay. And there we go. So not an amazing clear time, but pretty solid way to make sure that brass gets to hold the gates. Again, the most important thing is making sure that you actually place a couple of slows and some things to divert aggro there. And if you do not cover the center when that first wave of kobolds comes out, if you change anything with the barricade pathing, they're just going to run into the rift. So you want to be careful there, just in case, you know, anything gets changed or the pathing flags get modified, because I'm sure they've done that in the past for some maps. Actually, I still need to revisit some of those because of that, but I'll get around to that when I am finished up with these runs and I have a couple of other things that I want to do too. Either way, that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this or found something interesting in it. If you learned something, that's great. If you just enjoyed it, that's excellent too. Feel free to leave a comment in the description below the box if you have anything that you'd like to say or discuss. I always like those, and it's good for the channel. And feel free to thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Either way, thanks as always for tuning in. And until next time, as always, have a good one, folks.